Everspace 2 is the new space game in the block. As a longtime Elite commander, I was also interested in trying it out. I've been enjoying this game a lot over the last few days. And if you're wondering whether it's worth buying, my answer is yes. It's totally worth it. Here's why. Everspace 2 is not a space simulator. In fact, it's nothing like Elite Dangerous. So I did not have high expectations for this game. However, it really surprised me in many ways. The game feels a lot like an arcade game. It's basically a looter-shooter RPG in space. And it combines lots of other activities and elements to offer a much more entertaining experience for the players. It's also worth mentioning that Everspace 2 is not an open-world game. It features closed areas with stunning graphics and full of loot. I really wanted to fly my ship to explore planets, but the game would immediately turn my ship back and set me on the correct path. You can still explore planets, but only in closed areas. This was one of the few things I did not like about Everspace 2. A space game that doesn't allow you to explore freely sounds a bit boring. But Everspace 2 makes up for this in more than one way. The arcade-style combat is my favorite part of the game. It's super fun to chase after enemy ships and take them down, and then collect all the sweet loot. It was quite refreshing to get into combat without having to worry about rebuy costs. Everspace 2 also has a decent story campaign. It's not the most amazing storyline, but it's interesting enough to keep you progressing through the missions. It uses cutscenes without animations, which isn't that bad. What I found most enjoyable in Everspace 2 is the other side activities, like farming resources to upgrade ship components, or trading between systems to make some quick cash, or even grinding for a new ship. It features a fleet of ships with different classes and tiers, and I was able to switch between ships even at an early stage of the game. In Everspace 2, your ship is like your character in an RPG. You level up your ship's capabilities by completing missions and accumulating XP. Then, you can customize and upgrade your ship with better components, and unlock perks and skills for the ship too. These ship components and crafting resources are easier to come by. The game rewards you with tons of loot whenever you destroy an enemy ship or complete a mission. There are also a variety of missions available in the game, which keeps things from getting repetitive. There are some really cool puzzles you have to solve before progressing. And during boss encounters, you have to figure out their weaknesses before dealing any damage. While the missions and activities were all amazing, I spent way too much time farming resources. There's something about mining for resources in this game that got me hooked. One thing that I did not like about the game was having to deal with constant loading screen. Whenever I'm jumping into a different region of the same system or location on a planet, there will be at least 2 or 3 loading screens in between. This kind of ruined the immersion for me. Thankfully, I installed the game on an SSD so the loading screens didn't take too long. As advertised, Everspace 2 is a solid single-player game. You could get about 50 hours of gameplay if you only do the main campaign and side missions. And you will probably get about 100 hours of gameplay if you also grind for better gear and do in-game content. I think that's good value for the price. And for an arcade-style looter-shooter space RPG, Everspace 2 is one of the best in that genre. However, Everspace 2 is not the type of game you would play for hundreds of hours. While it is good in-game content, you will eventually run out of things to do in the game. Simply put, it's not elite dangerous. But if you're like me and enjoy casual shooters, you will enjoy this one too. Thanks for watching. Would you like to see more Everspace 2 videos on the channel? Let me know in the comments.